Hello, our viewers. So we are here today with me, Alexei, and my co-host Daria. So here we with our new guest. So I think we will tell many interesting information about new maybe culture for you, uh, new traditions, new rites, and other interesting things. So please introduce yourself to say something to our viewers, and we can start.
Okay. First of all, I can say my name. My name is Merve, and I'm from Turkey. I'm Turkish. Right now, I'm living in the Poland. I'm study of the international law in Kharkov, in Ukraine. I'm volunteer in the Poland, and I working with senior, and sometimes I feeling the like the old people because there is the senior, and they are every day they feeling the bored, tired, and it's so difficult for me. And I will stay the 1 year here. After that, we will see.
Okay, it sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
We will see, we will see. And I have one more question that is connected with the story that you have just narrated us. How did you get to the idea of becoming a volunteer?
Actually, first when I study in my first university, I meet this volunteering. It's named European Soldier Corps, and I meet with them. And after that, 3 or 4 years ago, I was in Romania, and I joined the short-term project. And when I meet the voluntary, and I feeling this so light because you are to help each other, and you are the how can I say you are the meeting the new culture, and after that I can say to my own self, yeah, you can turn up and you can go ahead, and you can learn everything. And right now I'm here, and I can say the for volunteer, uh, if you are the help to some people, you can the feeling this so comfortable because you are help with someone, and you are the learn why you are the life, and the why I'm here, and maybe in the future you can learn something. And that's all I can say. You can be the volunteer, not for the in the European soldier, for the every life.
Yeah, I think I understand because in Ukraine here we have something like spirit of volunteerism. So
Yeah.
I think we understand this about helping each other. So talking about your history about how to become volunteer in Poland. So in what universities and what countries do you study it? Maybe how it impressive on your way to become volunteer, and how to it maybe compare these universities. What is not better, but what do you think about this? Yeah, what about studies in different countries?
I think first of all, when I come to the Ukraine, and when I the first of all in the study, I'm afraid about this because it's new culture, it's new culture, and after that I get used it because the Ukraine people, it's the similar to Turkish people, and they are just so warm, and also my
People, and
university,
they are just so
and
warm.
after that just 1 week or 2 weeks later I can adapt there. Actually, I want to turn back Ukraine because it's my not the second, it's my the first country. There is have my life, and there is have the home. Right now in Poland, when I come to here the first time, I said just focus your life, and don't think about it's different country, different culture, because already you are to get used to this situation. Uh, I can use it. I can adapt it like this. If you are to focus your mind, and if you are don't think anything, you can learn everything, I think.
Okay, and just bear in mind the wide geography that you covered via your story. Bear in mind how many countries you visited as a volunteer, as a student. I have a question for you. What and how many languages do you know?
Actually, I know the Romanian language. It's not that fluently, of course, but I can the basic the words, and I know the Russia, and there's some the basic words. And right now, I can learn the Polish language. It's so difficult for me. I know the Kurdish, and I know also English.
Okay, sounds like you know a lot of different languages. Could you please share your story? What was the most difficult aspect of learning foreign languages? How did you force yourself? How did you motivate yourself? How did you decide to start it? Because some people, they think, okay, I know English. A lot of people all over the world know English as well, so it's more than enough for me. Everybody will understand me.
Actually, I can say, first of all, it's so difficult because the Turkish also is so difficult to this language. But after you are to learn the language, you can understand that these the people, this the country, because you are just not to learn the language. Also, you are to learn the people, culture, traditional history, and it's my motivation actually. When I come to here or when I went to the Ukraine, and when I learn the language. I can say, oh, I can understand the people. They are for example, in the Poland, they are the tak. It's the meaning the yes, and it's the sometimes it's the reflection. And when I learn the language, and I can learn the people. This why it's my motivation, and I can learn maybe more than this language.
Yeah, I do understand Ukrainian language as well as Polish. So because I see
Yeah.
many videos that is about not different, so and maybe similar sometimes. So it's interesting aspect that you can understand both.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
yeah, okay. So about story about universities. So why you choose especially Kharkiv and Kazan University? So maybe we talk to our viewers that you are was student about Kazan University, or maybe will be in future. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah. So and especially international law faculty. So tell us about this. I think it will be interesting.
Yeah. First of all, why Ukraine? Because I have some of the friends in Ukraine and in the Kiev, and we are to talk each other. And they said, I think you can't come to here because it's so different from my country about the education, because they are not the complicated. And as you want to learn, they are to give you everything. For example, my teacher Mariana, I can't talk everything with my teacher, and also she is my mentor. I can say this. After that, I come to Kharkov, and I stayed there and the wide international law. Also, I'm graduated political science in Turkey, but I don't want to be inside the politica. And when I graduated political science, I said it's not for me. It's not for my mind, my life, and I have to be the study of the law, because I love about the role and law and some right, and this why I start international law.
How was it to study in Ukraine? Maybe could you please tell us some difficult aspects, something that was difficult or pleasant, vice versa for you? Do you believe any like aspects? Do you believe your first feeling when you came to study here?
First of all, right now I remember this because I'm so emotional when I talk about Ukraine. I came to the Ukraine, and first it's my the class. I said maybe I can do this. I can do this because it's so different, and maybe I can learn anything. After that, my teacher they helped me because they said me no, you can do this. And first of all, my English really not so fluently, but after that we are to help each other. And for example, I had another teacher, and I can talk every day with them, and every day I can help them. And if someone wants the study of the Karazin University, I think they have to come to Karazin, because especially my teacher really they are so relaxed. They are so helpful and they kindly. And I never left the Karazin University, and I don't want, because I want to stay in Karazin University.
Yeah, we will appreciate that maybe. So yeah, talking about Croatian University, so you're now living in Warsaw, and especially talking not about Croatian, maybe about Kharkiv at all. So compare, please. For me, it's interesting how to compare Warsaw and Kharkiv. I understand that Kharkiv is not a capital of Ukraine, but it's one of the biggest town. So, is there some negative or positive aspects of Ukraine compared to Poland? We are not offended if there are more negative aspects. We understand.
Yeah. Okay. I can say that maybe I can't be the objective because I love the Kharkov. This why I'm so sorry for this. First of all, um, in Kharkov, for me, it's there is have the, some the positive things because I have the some the friends, and especially if I talk about the center, uh, I can find everything here, everything like the normal social life, the education life, because there is a lot international student, and I think it's so important for the learn something, learn the English or the learn the culture education. But if I talk about Poland, yes, there is the big city, but I think if you are the living the big city, there is some that disadvantageable because in Kharkov, yes, not big, but you can go to the everywhere and you can the trip everywhere. In here, no, you don't have the not enough time. You don't have the, any money because Ukraine the cheaper than I think.
Okay, so I think not enough, but we will ask you later about Ukraine and how native city. So because we also like it, and not like, I think love it, especially I. Yeah. So there is a question that I know that you want to start international laws to become a protector of rights, as you said before. So, as you said to me before our interview, so it's about a woman and especially rights of minorities in your country. So, maybe talk about it. So, not to talk about it, but what rights need to be defended in women aspects. So, how to say it? So maybe about to say is that what are the most pressing challenges that women face in
Vulnerable.
our society? So like this, yes, like this, yes. So on your mind is because I'm not a woman, so I don't know.
For all the world or for the in Kharkov.
I think you can tell about your country and compare it to the world because yeah, you now live in Poland, so maybe
Yeah.
it can be different. So I understand.
Okay. First of all, I can say about the physically. In Turkey, really, right now, we are the so best situation, especially for women, because in the workplace or in the street, uh, in the home, and every day, the men they are to killing the woman, not just killing. And we don't have the not good situation in Turkey about the woman right. We don't have the any area in the country in my country. For example, we have some the patriarchal life, and some the culture you can't think, you can talk, you can go somewhere without the man, and it's not for the life, it's not for the human right, first of all, and after that, if you are the woman, you are the just object, and you are the just the protection. You can give the child, you can make something in home, and you can the cooking every day. It's just for this the for women in my country, unfortunately. Can I say this? And how can we are the change this situation? I don't know, but it's so bad in my country, human rights.
But I hear that I understand that in Turkey is a bad situation with the women rights, but I hear that Turkey is one of the most not Islamic country, so that other countries like Syria and their neighborhoods are the more
Of course.
Islamic. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So even so, it's a problem.
And
So I think we understand. Yeah.
what do you think? What are the reasons of such a behavior?
Actually, I don't know.
Oh,
It sounds like the majority of these reasons are just cultural, yeah, or
Yeah,
historical
it's
something.
yeah. I think it's the culture, about the culture. It's not about religion. Sometimes yes, it's about religion, but right now it's not about the religion. It's about the culture, because if you are to make something, and the people talk about you, and the man, for men it's so important. You can do anything. You can talk with the man, and you can go to the in the middle night. You can go to the anywhere, and it's so bad situation.
so is the situation for people from not our country? How do you can estimate the situation with women in Ukraine, maybe or Poland? So because we cannot objectively estimate the situation in Ukraine because we are living here, maybe we think that something of our traditions is normal. So you are as a woman from other countries, so maybe give an objective estimation of this. So
Yeah.
it will be interesting to hear.
I can say that for the Poland or for the Ukraine, maybe for the all the European country, it's not similar, and because it's not about, I think, traditional or the culture or the religion. It's about the mining, because in the Ukraine people they are the so free. Of course, they have the some the problem about the freedom, equality, or the woman rights, but we don't have the not same or the similar situation, because just for in my country, if you are a woman you can die, but in Ukraine you don't have the like this right, you can do anything, and also in Poland. And I think the Ukraine or the Poland woman, they have the good situation the more than I think.
Yeah, I'm listening to you and I actually understand it. I also faced once this inequality during my working process. My boss told me, like, come on, ladies, they can't be good specialists. And I was like, come
Come
on.
on.
Why do you think so? Because I also had a mentor. You told me about your mentor and the role of your mentor in your life, and I know how powerful ladies can be. So I just didn't believe him, and I thought, okay, if you are thinking this way, it's just kind of like your problem because
Yeah.
you just stuck in your mindset and you just are not open at all to this conversation. So yeah, but if we're coming back to the question that I asked you, how can we change it? I also don't have a clear answer for that question. And it harms a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And does the Turkish government maybe formally have a campaign or some legislative decisions to change it, or even it doesn't not want, but maybe it formally have some positions like this?
Yeah.
Local rules maybe try to change it.
Oh, actually, we have no 2 years, 2 or 1 years ago we had, but right now we don't have the any this like the some rules. And right now in the Ukraine too, it's this there is have its role İstanbul Sözleşmesi, and it's about it's about the woman. I think it's about all the human rights, and especially for the woman, it's so important because you can touch someone and you can kill it to some people. It's so important, but right now we are not inside these rules, unfortunately. And another, I don't know the in Turkey, but I can say that I know the for the Europe, and in the European Solidarity, European Union have the a lot of rules about the woman right, but we are not inside these rules, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I also hear that the Poland is not the one of the. Maybe I cannot say that it's European Turkish or something like this
I hope so.
in that way. Okay, okay. So maybe as a student of international law faculty, maybe you can say some campaigns that was successful of improving women rights in some countries. Maybe so. As the examples, if we don't know how to change, maybe we can see in examples. So if you know something this you can say, but it's not a problem if not.
I think actually I don't know about the we don't have the rule and blah blah blah, but just I know this. We need the first of all we need education for everything. Yes, if you don't have the education, you don't know anything, and you can't understand some people. You can't empathy. First of all, you cannot be respectful. If you don't have the respect, you first of all your own self, and you never be the. I think you are never be the human. And if you have the education, you can be the respect, you can be the empathy for another people, and after that we can change. And it's not for the short term. I think will be the long term, because first of all you can change the cultural dynamic, and you can learn the social life.
Especially talking about social life. In Turkey, there is mixed school system or separate.
Yeah, we have the mixed system. Yeah.
Oh, so okay. Because I hear that the problems in some countries, especially in Middle East, it's a separate school system, and that's problems because their genders don't communicate with others.
No, we have the mix.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So I don't know how to say, but it's a real problem. I don't know that the Turkish has some problem with human rights, because I think it is better. But yeah, but I think maybe you give advices to our viewers and who want to become international law student, because in this sphere. So what you need to study, or what you need to take your what you need to study most, and what you need to, yeah, I can read maybe something or something like this.
Okay, I think I can talk about my history. Also, my family too. They have some the thing like the another Turkish people. For example, my mom said me, "You must wear the hijab," and I don't want, and it's my right, and I take my right. And no, he said me, "No, you must be like that." But I don't accept this because it's my life. And after that I said, okay, I will go to another country and I will start another life, because I can make my circle, and I can live in here. It's my life, and no can touch my life. And because I can think, I'm not I'm not animal, and I'm human. And after that, right now we don't talk with each other with my mom, because I chose my life, and he don't like my life. uh, Especially this my motivation, because I can live in my life, and I can choose in my life, and I'm human, and I have the sensation. It's my first old motivation. After that, when I saw the another life, and when I teach everything, not everything, but for me everything, I can say, oh, okay, go ahead, and look your the life, and just focus your way. Right now I'm in my way. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not right, but it's okay, it's just my life.
You are extremely brave person. I was listening to you, and I had a kind of like trembling, I don't know, emotions inside me, because it sounds like you're against the system. You don't agree with the regime that you have in your country that are connected with the rules, and with the status of ladies in your society, and you are just trying to separate it, and you are trying not to accept it. And I just actually don't know how brave you should be to start like life from totally zero condition, yeah, and build everything step by step. And I think that your story is extremely motivational because of that. And you should appreciate it, and you should be, I don't know, extremely proud of that,
Thank you.
because you can motivate a lot of people
Yeah, I hope
with your
so.
story racing.
I hope so.
Yeah, I also add, because I think about motivation, because it's a very important thing. I started my motivation in law faculty, I think, without a motivation, but I got it during the process. But even if I don't, I think it will not be the good choice of our profession, and your choice is right if you had the motivation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
your story is extremely inspiring because it sounds like you have a problem and you are trying to solve it, and your life way is so natural that it seems to be that you are just doing it just because you should do it. But how
Yes.
did you know that you should do it?
I never give up my life because, of course, every time I have everyone has the problem. It's okay. I think it's important what can you to solve with this problem. For example, I'm the victim of the earthquake, and I don't say okay. What can I do? I lost my everything. It's normal. What can I do? And after one month, I focused on my the future, and I changed again my location, changed my the country, and I started again the new life. Because if I just stay just this with this problem, I never solved anything, and I think I can living.
Okay, I have one more question for you. Maybe it will sound a little bit philosophical, but how many lives can a simple person live up through his or her life?
So I don't know. Actually, I never think about this. I don't know.
Sounds like as many as you want.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, it's true, but I don't know because I never thinking about this really.
You know, it's super good because you mentioned about the education, and I think that you should be extremely educated and open-minded to be ready to face with these changes that you're talking about. Because unfortunately, a lot of people, they're just afraid of these changes,
Yeah.
and they stuck in their mindset, and they're afraid of changes at all. They think, okay, it's my comfort zone. I have everything, maybe not everything that satisfies me, but yeah, it's okay. I will just
Mhm.
live it in this way. Yeah.
Okay, so we have, I think, another team to speak. So if it's okay to you, I want to ask you about not I don't know how to say, maybe your Kurdish past and future and now being. So is there something? So maybe not to tell. Okay, I think yeah, tell us about Kurdish culture, maybe language, because I think it's interesting to viewers because. I don't think many people know about it because even you say that you are Turkish in the start of the interview, so I think it will be interesting to hear it.
Okay.
It sounds not I think not big, but as you want, we will listen.
Okay, I can talk about this. And first of all, I can say we are the living together in Turkey, but we are just so different with each other. We don't have the not the same or the similar culture, language, traditional, and but when we are the look in the world or the opinion, we are the same. We don't have any different. But when we are the look in the or the culture, we are the so different. For example, in my the traditional, we have the different the wedding, and in the about the marriage, because in the Kurdish people they want a lot the gold. I think it's so bad tradition for men. And the special the language, it's so different, and no one understand each other. And for example, if you are the Turkish, you can understand us because it's so different. And especially the food, it's not the same, it's not similar, so different. But I think it's so good because we are the so different culture or traditional, but we are the living together one country. I think it's so nice.
Yeah, I think we have not maybe the simple example in Ukraine, but I think like this. So it's about the minorities of Crimea,
Mhm.
yeah, of Crimea Peninsula. So the Tatars and others, they're differently from Ukraine, very differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have their own culture, and this is interesting and I think nice to live in one country and have uh, many minorities. Yeah.
You know, Alexei, it's even not a question about minorities. I have that every region in Ukraine has some special aspects that only people from that region will follow. For example, I live in the central part of Ukraine, and when I go to the west or to the north part of Ukraine, I am not totally shocked, but sometimes some aspects for me, they're totally new because, you know, just people who live in specific location, they have some peculiarities of their life. They use different words for naming the same objects, and I'm like, okay, sounds like we use the same language, but we have different words for naming the same things. So how can it be possible? And it's so interesting because you can soak up a lot of new knowledge even being inside your country, just via communication with different people. So I don't see it as an obstacle. I see it as an advantage.
Yeah, I
Are
think
you-
it was an advantage.
And do you have any like cultural special aspects, maybe peculiarities, something that you don't have in common, but something that you would like to share us with?
Yeah, we have, of course, we have the we have a lot cultural, and for example, in the in the Kurdish people, the so famous the wedding. Yeah, and for example, in wedding we have 2 or 3 days, and in there is the night, and we are the celebrate, and already I told we have a lot of gold and the so different playing game, and the woman they are the take the dress, the traditional dress. We have some traditional clothes, and after that we are to celebrate this, and we are to give a lot of food. The cooking we are making the cooking it's traditional cooking, and I think it's so different from the Turkish people. Yeah, I can say this.
Can you share for me one of your favorite dishes so maybe I can Google it and cook in my home? Is there no need in any special ingredients that don't we have in Ukraine?
Sorry for interrupting. I think that we need to open a new kind of like special video sharing platform. Everybody will record their favorite dishes, recipes of their favorite dishes, and we will cook it together. So borscht is mine. Yours is next.
Okay.
So what is your favorite dish? We would like to cook it.
Yeah, it's for me. I think I don't know, dumplings maybe in English for now.
Oh, I
Okay.
can say, but I think you can understand. It's the avrat köftesi. Uh, you can write.
Yeah, I
And
think you're right in our description. So
yeah, and it's meaning in English, food of the woman is meaning. Yeah, and it's so different with the yogurt and with the rice, some the bulgur, and it's we are the mix each other, and it's the traditional, and also it's the traditional of the Kurdish. It's
So do you usually cook it?
yeah, of course.
So it's just a usual dish, yeah?
Yeah, we are usually making this, and for example, when we have some of the guests, and when we want, we are making it every time.
Wow, okay. It will be the first step to the promotion of the culture of each
Yeah.
other. You will cook borscht and I will cook the dish that you told me. Let's share our recipes after that. Okay, and what do you think? What are the other ways that we can use to promote cultures, language, history?
So about when I talking about this and the Kurdish or the Turkish culture and the history from the before the Ottoman imperialism, we are living each other until now. Of course, sometimes we have some problem with each other, but it's we are every time we are solve this problem. because I can understand because we don't have not same the culture, some the traditional. Of course, we can have some problem with each other, but it's so simple, I think. So after that, we are the in the Kurdish people. We are the living in the western, and the Turkish people generally they are living in the eastern, and but when the Turkish people the trip or the area and they had to say wow, I'm so surprised for now because you're cooking and your food so different and they're so delicious and you have the history because in the this area we say the Mesopotamia and it's maybe you hear this and it's the first human of the first time and this the area. This is why we have a lot of history. For example, we have the month of the Nemrut, and so important. I think maybe you hear this.
Yeah, here that Kurdish people, the series that is about 2000 before Christ area lived in this area. Maybe
Yeah,
not the Kurdish, not the Kurdish, but they're the people that similar like them. Yeah,
yeah.
You have
yeah.
just opened one more story for me. And what do you think? Can volunteering help everybody to promote their culture, language, diversity in general?
Okay. I think first of all, if you are volunteering, first of all, you must be really the good person. Uh, you must get ready. For example, I live in the one room and I don't have the not good situation and I don't have the not home. But for me, okay, because you are volunteer and you must learn the simple life and it will be enough for you. After that, you can help each other. So when you are to help to someone and you can say, okay, enough, I'm so tired or I'm so bored because it's not job, it's not work, it's just your life and you are to put your life and you can live in the with this volunteering and you can never just say I can't do this. If you are the volunteer you can thinking like the okay it's the you must be the empathy and you are the focus them. You never be the narcissist because you're the first, not you. I think they will be the them, and I think they are will be the like this volunteering.
Okay, I think that sometimes
Mhm.
volunteering may be extremely difficult. You share it with us that you should be a good person and you should feel empathy, yeah, and pain of other people a lot. And how can you deal with this pain? How can you, I don't know, help yourself to recover after some stressful periods? Because for Ukraine, it's a common problem right now, and a lot of people they are just feel extremely burned out because of all this negative news. Maybe do you have any ideas how to deal with it?
Especially, I think there is maybe it's a hard question because we know all we know and we sympathize the Kurdish people because there was earthquake tragedy nearly. So I think we are in common in our tragedies in Ukraine and in the Kurdish region.
Okay, I think first of all, you can help first of all yourself, and if you have some problem, you can solve it, and you can forgive your everything. After that, you can decide open in the mind, and after that, you after you don't you solve it your problem your own self, and you can understand other people and never to judge to someone. Never, because they have another life, they have another tradition or the culture, religion, and it's maybe they need some the help. Maybe they have the best situation. For example, I'm Kurdish, and sometimes I know that sometimes I have I'm inside the best situation, and if you don't understand me, if you making the empathy, you never the help me. I think the first of all, you must solve it your problem. After that, the second, you can making the empathy.
And of course, you should be open, right?
Yeah.
Just to live this empathy work in a correct way.
Yeah.
I don't know, but for me, this conversation was extremely difficult because I'm just trying to cover everything that you shared with us in my mind, and I
Okay.
have a kind of like a reflection, emotions according to your speech. So, thank you so much for doing
You're
it with my
welcome.
mind.
Yeah, well, thank you because I'll understand that there is not easy to talk about it. So I think, but I need to. I think we also need to remind that it's also a positive note that always the strategy will end and there will be a good future. So I think we can ask you final questions that we ask all our viewers. It is not about these bad things, but we can ask about good things. So please tell us about three definitions, words, etc. that come in your mind when I tell Ukraine, for example, or something else. Yeah, what do you think about Ukraine? Describe in three words.
Just three associations that you have with Ukraine.
Okay. First of course, beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the second, warm. And I think three is bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. Yeah, because no, it's interesting to hear about from another person that
Yeah.
not from Ukraine. I think especially.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we can end our translation on this note, on this positive note. So thank you for visiting us. Thank you for
You're
our viewers
welcome.
for watching. Thank you, my dear co-host Daria, for helping me. So I think bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so
And
much.
thank you so much.